Hello and welcome to Subbies TV, a show that covers everything to do with Subbies Rugby, from the competition to the culture, and I'm your host, Marty Thomas. Now, joining me today in the bunker, we have our weekly ranter, Marley. How are we, mate?
Very good, Ninja. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, and our special guest today is the competition manager, Tim Richie Richards. Tim, thank you for joining us.
Nicest nickname I've ever had.
Richie Rich.
I've had some
Beautiful.
shockers.
And of course, we've got the big man himself, Chunk. Hey, mate.
Thanks,
Now,
Nish.
you're wearing Old Iggy's shirt today?
Yeah, thank you to Greg Easy and all the boys at Old Iggy's. So they've actually sent a shirt in as the team of the week. So.
Perfect. Excellent. All right, boys, well, how about we get straight started with the round wrap. So we had only 2 games played due to the wet weather. So Campbelltown went up and got a win against Mossman. Mossman headed out to Campbelltown, 13-6. What are your thoughts on that?
It was a very tough game. Mossman put in a great effort, I think, but the weather really gave a bit to Mossman, to the Campbelltown boys there. I think the big boys just got over the top in the end.
They're hard to beat at home too, Campbelltown.
I think so, definitely. And I think Campbelltown are starting to really hit their stride too, coming into this back end. So we're almost up to the second round of games. And I think the weather, massive factor in that game for sure. But Campbelltown, strong team. And Knox and Drummoyne hit it out. Now Drummoyne got a huge win, 44-13 over Knox. Thoughts, Chunky?
Mate, just as the table represents at the moment, just playing very well. And at this point in the season, mate, straight through the finals, I guess.
Well, they would have been very happy. I believe they didn't they lose to Barker last week?
They did lose to Barker.
That was a little bit of a comeback for them, thank good.
So huge win from Drummoyne. Again, always up the top there, strong team. But to win at Knox is always good, especially with the weather. So some of the games that were rescheduled, obviously, Pats and Barker. Beecroft and Hunters Hill have to play, and Iggy's and Colleagues yet to play as well. So just checking out the Cantwell Cup there. Tim, what do you reckon there? Still some games to be played, lots of points on offer.
Yeah, well, we're halfway through, but unfortunately it's a bit hard to gauge. There's a couple of clubs there only on 7 games. So.
Yeah.
But look, you've got 2 standouts there, Colleagues and Drummoyne, starting to kick away a bit.
Yep.
And I suppose we could have picked that really from the early rounds.
Absolutely, and I think there's sort of this traffic jam starting to happen with Beecroft, Pats, Iggy's all sort of close there.
It's certainly something you want to watch. That's looking like a great finish to the season there. All those teams sort of within 3 points of each, really. Five teams within 3 points. Yeah. Could be a good run through to the finish there.
And Hunters Hill yet to get a win, but do you reckon they'll come through?
Oh, mate, I reckon they'll get one at some point.
They've got to.
I think that's really one of the surprises of the season. I actually thought they'd be very strong in Kentwell. They had a couple of guys in the rep side. They're not a bad side, but they're a bit like the Waratahs, dare I say it.
Yeah, got the team there, just can't get the wins.
They're away.
And Tim, if I could put you on the spot now, mate, if you could pick a top 4 now, who would it be? The top 2 is obviously a standout.
Look, I'd say Campbelltown and Pats.
Okay.
With the other 2.
Yep.
Okay.
I think Pats are going to come through as well. They're a very strong side. Hunters have a great second grade side too, so it's been unfortunate they haven't gone win. Now, round 10's coming up this weekend, and we've got Mossman versus Beecroft. Thoughts on the game?
I think it'll be very close. Beecroft, I think Beecroft got up on Mossman in the first round, but I think with the added bonus of being at home, I think the Mossby boys can really get up. And
Rawson can be sort of a bit of a fortress if the boys get a run on. They've had a good run so far, so maybe some first grade wins there for Mossman.
Some massive crowds out there at Rawson this year.
Yeah. I hear it's because there's this sexy redhead guy, but that's just a side note.
You've heard wrong.
Side note.
I think it's the opposite winger.
Barker and Knox have a big win. Now Barker is starting to get a run on, dare I say it. They've had two sort of great games in the last couple of rounds. I reckon they can get up here.
Yeah, for sure. And that's at Barker College, not at Turramurra Oval. So that'll be
one of the nicest grounds.
Yeah. That's the massive rivalry round.
Yeah, absolutely.
The schools clash.
Yep.
So brilliant. And Drummoyne, Old Iggy's. Now, Old Iggy's, how are they going at the moment? You've got some stuff from them?
I have, mate. I spoke to Greg Easy during the week, who's the president of Old Iggy's, and I guess the success of their season to date is that they've recruited well during the off-season. They've pushed a lot of Colts players through to the higher grades this year. This weekend, they are playing Drummoyne at Drummoyne. They played Drummoyne at home round 1.
Yep.
So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of determination from Old Iggy's to go to Drummoyne with a lot of those young Colts players and have a good show. Second, thirds, fourths and fifths and Colts. is what Greg thinks they'll be, strong in for the day.
Yep.
But it's going to be a very close first grade match.
They're a passionate club, aren't they? They love their rugby.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I'd have to.
I've just noticed there on their emblem, you were mentioning before the show.
I'm a Latin scholar. And,
Google.
Magenta eos dum viventes. Eat them alive.
Eat them alive.
Okay.
So
Eat them whilst they are living.
That'll bring the mums and kids back to the club, I'd imagine. That's great, lovely.
Ladies' Day. Eat them alive.
Eat them alive. So
Eat
mate,
them alive.
that's the wrap from Old Iggy's.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So they're looking forward to a.
Well, that's going to be a tough match. There's Drummoyne at home. It doesn't matter who.
I think
who
they'll
you are,
struggle. I think Drummoyne's got the wood on them there at that one.
Drummoyne.
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
Campbelltown and Hunters. Now, Campbelltown have a home game. They're starting to really pick it up. I think that's going to be probably a Campbelltown win, and it might actually be a bit of a landslide.
I've got something similar written down here. Too big, too strong, could be a whitewash.
What do you think, Marley?
One point in it, though, in the first round.
That's true.
And Campbelltown had a kick from the sideline to win it, which they did.
Okay.
So,
Maybe if the weather's a bit wet again and slowing down those big forwards, Campbelltown Hunters can have a sniff. Yep. Maybe for sure. Now, game of the week, boys. This is what's been picked as game of the week is St Pat's and Colleagues. I reckon the Pats really are getting a good run on. They've got a great squad. They had a couple of boys playing in the Subbies rep game as well.
It's a must-win for them, I reckon.
Absolutely. They want to be in the top 4 if they want to be finals contention.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you've got to pinch some points off those teams above you, haven't you, if you want to sort of look at that.
Oh, that's the way you win competitions, Marley.
It certainly is.
By getting competition points.
Well, hey, scoring more than the other team. Super coach.
It's a game of 2 halves. It's a game of 2 halves. Yep, all right. Let's pull out all of those. Okay, well, Marley, speaking of you getting the point across, you always have something to whinge about. What's your rant this week?
I do have a rant, Ninja. This one, it's actually got a good point to it. I just wanted to say, why isn't there more test rugby during the day? I was out there on Saturday. Fantastic. It was great. The sun was out. Kids were running down the street, kicking the football around. People were out happy, having a few beers. You got home in a decent hour, filled the stadium. The atmosphere was amazing. I don't know, the AAU's got to lock in at least 2 or 3 of them a year. They're brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Hands up if you got home in a decent hour.
Yeah, I was about to say decent hour. What
on Saturday or I got
early morning Sunday?
About lunchtime
perhaps.
Sunday. So pretty decent.
It was.
I don't know. I heard rumours that you didn't even make it home, but that's a side.
Home is such a grey area.
Home's where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. No, I agree. I think the game time was great because it allowed those families to come out. It allowed everyone to get out there. And it's just sort of, I don't know, gets the atmosphere going.
The key point will be looking at the ratings. Because if the TV ratings are there, then there's no excuse not to have them.
Yeah.
Because the excuse has always been, it must be prime time, night time to get the TV ratings.
Yeah.
Well, if the ratings are there for the afternoon match.
Yeah. I mean, what's
Keep
everyone
it
else
going.
doing?
Bring them back to North Sydney Oval. Have a couple of games there.
Yeah, why not? We can get at least 10,000 there.
It's not a rant because Marley does the rant very well, but the only feedback that I've had is if Sydney Junior Rugby Union actually could have made it a bye weekend as well, it could have enhanced to the success of the day.
Sure.
Certainly.
Sure. Now, boys, we got sent in, we did a lookalike segment, and we got sent in some lookalikes. Now, these ones of our panel here, we don't have one of Richie Rich, though there is a whole movie about it, so
I think it's been done.
Don't think we need a really lookalike there. But here's, we just have a look there. There's Marley. You on a test bike there, Marley. It's great.
Staying fit all time.
Wait a minute, are you Cadell Evans? It's got the red and everything.
I think I may be a little bit taller than Cadell Evans.
I'd also say that your helmet probably isn't as protective. What is that?
My fitness would probably struggle a little bit as well, I'd imagine.
I don't see you going
enough
up
talk about my helmet as well.
Boots that he doesn't like to wear, mate.
Oh, the boots.
I think he might have failed that drug test on Sunday.
Side note. Now we've got Chunky Boy here. Here he is. He's ready to on your scooter. You're ready to roll. But we managed to get a pic. He was running late for footy on the weekend. There he is. He's just flying down the highway.
Mate, is that about moral?
That's just quickly running late. Got the gear ready. It's beautiful.
There's so many photos like that.
Now, of course,
awesome.
I'm not unscathed in amongst all this. People love sending in a couple. And of course, they reckon this was one of me on the red carpet. Yeah, thanks, lads. That's great. Makeup ready for Oxford Street. Yeah, and also this was a childhood photo, apparently. Childhood photo. So thanks for sending those in. That's great, guys.
Slimmed down a bit
well
since
done,
then.
well
mate.
done.
Slimmed down a little bit.
And we encourage everyone to send some more photos
Absolutely.
of us or other mates that are playing in the
Yep,
in the
we've got our Facebook page set up, Subbies TV, and we also have our website, www.subbiestv.com.au, so feel free to get in contact. Boys, here's a question that people often ask. It's when it comes to scoring a try, how much should you rub it into the opposition? Personally, love to, because I love scoring the tries. But
only happens twice
should
a
we
year,
have
so.
twice a year? I'm not talking chunk. Should we have
I got
try
5 last year,
celebrations? Try celebrations in the game. Do you think they're worth it? You hate it?
Hate it.
Yeah?
Not rugby.
It's not rugby?
No.
Oh, totally up to the man himself.
Yeah.
I don't mind a
Well,
sledge.
Digby Ione, one of his famous ones, he's doing the
best of all time.
You get that going, don't you, Chuck? The little
No,
caterpillar thing.
I actually have to support and agree with Tim. It's I don't mind a high five or a congratulations, but really rubbing it in the other team's face, it doesn't get my support.
Pseudo-American, don't like it.
Bit gridiron,
bit disrespectful, I think, mate. As
bigger
well.
than the other team. Okay.
I think I'll stick with mine. Do it if you
I don't
want
mind the old.
Do it if you want to.
I don't mind the old, ringing home saying you scored a try with the football. That's all right. One of my favourites is if I get an intercept, I like to walk back past reading a book. Read them like a book, but that's personal opinion. But
each to
some
their
people
own.
have a mixed thing about it.
You've been thinking about this, haven't you?
Oh, way too much.
Yeah.
It's,
Way too much.
as I've said, Ninja, it's not arrogance if you've got the facts to back it up. So you just keep knocking them out.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from some guys that say that if you're ahead of, plenty of points ahead, a little bit of fun with your teams, sort of okay, but sometimes, I guess it can be misconstrued. Is that the big word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google again.
Okay, well, some announcements for this week, boys. Subbies beat Queensland Subbies in the lead up to the Wallabies game. Now, that was a big win. You were there. We're all there, I think. But Tim, you're heavily involved in that. 35-16?
35-16, and first curtain raiser we'd had since 2004.
Great.
First time we've beaten Queensland and Sydney since 2004. So
now, they won last year as well, New South Wales. Is that correct, in the Queensland game?
Yes,
but that was up there.
In Ballymore,
Yep.
Yes, we haven't lost up there, I think, ever. But the last time we played them in Sydney, it was a draw.
Yep.
2 times before that, they'd beaten us. So.
Great talent coming through Subbies. I think we've got some really good players.
I think that was the best Subbies side we've had in a long while.
Definitely.
I was having a chat with a couple of them after the game, actually. They may not be that good this week. There was a few shandies being spoken about, I think. Yeah.
There is some huge men in that side.
I'd like to mention the coaches, Damon Bafico and Christian Berghofer, both former Subbies Coaches of the Year. So their appointment was recognition, I think, of some great work previously, but the work they did this year with that rep team was outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. And I mean, it's just great to see, I think, players from all across Suburban Rugby, not just Division 1 players. And I think the man of the match, Vinny, the halfback from Brothers. So, that's Brothers are in the Div 3.
Quality player. I mean, that's ex-Australian Sevens player. So,
I've heard a couple of boys that we've played rugby with used to play with him, and they're proud to see him up there. And I think it's a great board to sort of spring into higher grades and other representative sides.
Definitely. Yeah, or it comes the other way. Guys are winding down, but still wanting to play at the very top level.
Absolutely.
I asked Greg Easy from Old Iggy's what he liked about the competition this year, and just going on your point of actually coming back down, that Suburban Rugby is an opportunity for these great players to play good rugby in Suburban Rugby, and that's what he's liked about the changing comp this year, that we've got more high quality players playing for the love of the game. In the comp this year.
Someone called Ryan Cross in Div 2.
Drew
Mitchell.
Matty Dunning.
Matty Dunning, Hornsby, third grade.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about Matt last time.
We did.
But also, over the week we had, in the last round, Best Food was awarded for clubs around. Now, you were there, tasting. How you feeling?
That was a tough day.
Tough day. Well, I've got some things here. Runners-up were Epping had their
the Ram
burger, which apparently was a tough one to
tackle. Does it contain actual ram?
No comment.
Mate, depends on
I like to know. Not that it'd stop me eating it.
Really?
I'd just like to know. Yeah.
Actual ram.
Because I know that the Moss Whale burger contains actual whale, obviously.
Yes. Look, the whale burger actually got my vote, but it was a very strong runner-up.
And also Linfield's. Now we finally got the quad meat soldier sandwich.
It's a mouthful in so many different ways.
Quad meat soldier sandwich also a runner-up. runner-up. And but the winner was, of course...
Yeah, Uni's Mega Burger.
Mega Burger. What's that contain?
I had retired hurt by that stage because they were one of the last grounds we visited. But I was told it was very good. I had a bit of vegetables on it, the coleslaw and lettuce and tomato. And I think after all that meat, that was what the judges were looking for.
Bit of a cleanser.
They also didn't charge us for it, so that helped.
Bribery.
Okay.
No,
bribery.
Not quite.
Right. There might be some complaints next week then with that.
Official protest.
Also coming up, guys, on the 7th of July, colleagues have their Old Colleagues Day. So everyone with colleagues, make sure to get down and support your club, supporters and everyone.
Some good investment opportunities there too.
Yeah,
I imagine with a lot of those old colleagues, boys.
They getting involved and they love their club there. And also Beecroft have their Ladies' Day, so get along there. So that's on the 7th of July. So just really quickly, boys, we've just got to wrap up now. But let's get your dark horse of the week.
Mate, my dark horse is actually going back to the game of the week. I reckon Pats have got a chance of getting up over the big colleagues, boys.
Yep, absolutely. I think, personally, my dark horse is Barker to get a win over Knox. I think they're in great form.
Sitting here with Tim, Hunters Hill over Campbelltown at home.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to go Iggy's, but that's the darkest of dark horses.
That's the dark. I think if they can get over Drummoyne, absolutely, that'd be a dark horse.
Well, some cash on that. That'd be got to be paying all right.
Boys, that's it for today. So a big thank you to Chunk, mate, and thanks to Iggy's for sending out your shirt to us.
Yep.
Richie Rich, thanks, mate, for coming on the show.
Thanks for the initiative. This is fantastic.
No, well, hopefully we get a lot of support because we love Subbies, we love the rugby, so why not put it into, television. And Marley. Yeah, good on you.
As usual, the pleasure was all yours.
All mine, thanks. So, well, thank you for watching Subbies TV. Remember, you can jump on the Facebook page, Subbies TV, or jump on the website, www.subbiestv.com.au, or email in if you have any photos, video, or you just want to throw us a question at rugbystuff@subbiestv.com.au. Till next time, enjoy your rugby.